Greetings friends, Steven here, and welcome to episode 21 of the Gamer Hall, my very own YouTube video game pickups series. Today's backdrop item is actually a t-shirt I got for buying 3 games from the good folks at Press Start Video Games. Now I found them at a vendor table at Fan Expo Vancouver, which happened just this weekend. So definitely stay tuned to the channel where I'll be uploading at least 1 or 2 videos of the footage I gathered from that. Yeah, it was neat if I bought 3 games, well, $30 worth of games. They gave you this t-shirt, so I was like, yeah, alright, I think I can find 3 games to buy. So I guess you can call this one a shameless plug to start off the episode. It's a neat store. It's located in New Westminster. Kind of hard to get there, but yeah, check it out if you're ever in the neighborhood. So, I'm going to start this episode off with the only eBay game I've got in this whole collection, which is kind of strange because this I purchased before, or rather after some of the other games I'm still waiting to get. It's Namco, of course, Cosmo Gang the Puzzle. Now, there's actually 2 games in this Cosmo Gang series, at least 2, at least. There could be more than that, for all I know. The one I actually wanted to get was Cosmo Gang the Arcade, I believe. That's more of like a Space Invaders sort of style. But this one is basically a puzzle game. I think this is actually Pac-Attack, which is a Pac-Man puzzle game, also released on the Super Nintendo. This might just be like the original version, because I'm pretty sure they're the same game. This is okay. I played a bit of it. It's okay. It's okay. I can't really recommend it, but you know, it was pretty cheap. I think I got maybe this for $10 or so. It's a cute game. We might take a look at it in later uploads here on the channel. Next up we got the New Age Thrift Collection. A couple Game Boy games I picked up. We've got Revenge of the Gator for $5. Another game by HAL Labs, the Kirby Folk. And this is a pinball game starring, of course, alligators. It's pretty good. I think it's one of the earliest games that came out on the Game Boy. And we've got, there you go, David Crane's The Rescue of Princess Blobette. So it's a semi-sequel to Nintendo's A Boy and His Blob. Pretty neat game. Of course, these are both $5. And the last item I got from them, it is Chester Cheetah Wild Wild West. In an earlier episode I picked up the other Chester Cheetah game, so I guess I've got them both now. I was playing the other one. It's okay. It's nothing amazing, but they're pretty typical side-scroller games, but they're alright. It's always funny to be picking up like Cheetos and things for your power-ups. This actually got for less than $10. It was a pretty good deal I got on this one. Next up, I've got a game that I've actually shown off on the channel already. It is Life Force. I was watching a video from my good friend Will from Max Impact 24, and he was discussing some of his favorite shoot-'em-up games on the NES, and he inspired me to go pick this one up. This actually was $20. It's a bit more than I'd like to pay for these games, but it is kind of a hard game to find, and this one's in pretty good shape. It's kind of cool to have a 2-player Gradius game. So, it is now part of my collection. Very neat game. I would definitely recommend it. And while I was at that pawn store, was it Johnson Street Pawn or whatever, I also picked up a couple other games I've got for $5 here. I've got Codename Viper. This, it's not a bad game really. It's another side-scrolling, kinda like Russian Attack. I was actually on eBay when I was looking for games like this one, and I saw the Japanese version of this, and I was looking it up, and it kind of looks alright, so found it for about $5. It's a pretty common game, but it's not bad. I obviously haven't played this one yet because it's still in the wrapper, but from the footage I saw, the game looks pretty decent, so might be something to add to anyone's collection. And also from that same store, I'm not too sure why I bought it. It is more or less complete in box. It is Cybernoid, the fighting machine, for $5. I mean, a game with box and instructions for $5 is kind of hard to pass up. This isn't the original shrink wrap, it's just the shrink wrap they put over it, and just haven't taken it off yet. No real reason to, right? Just might as well leave it on. This game, by the way, is made by Capcom, and Life Force by Konami. Okay, Cybernoid, the fighting machine, looks to be done by Acclaim. So, now I did something silly when I bought this. I didn't take the shrink wrap off, and I just sort of bought it blind, which when you're buying a used game, you probably should take a look at it if the store was the one that shrink wrapped it. So that's a pro tip for everyone out there, because you never know, right? It could, like, the box is in reasonable shape. There's a rip here, and I was aware of that when I bought it, but I did not take a look at the insides. Now, lucky for me, they are pretty much mint. Got your box, you got your little dust cover thingy. You got, yeah, you got the styrofoam insert at the bottom and the instructions, so that's all pretty good. Color instructions too, that's very nice. Yeah, not too bad for $5. Like this cover, I guess, man, ugh. Like, I like the font of the Cybernoid title font. It's kind of cool. It's very futuristic, but just, I guess this picture is what really turns people off. Just like, what is going on here? It's some sort of weird ship with a huge cockpit flying over what looks kind of like the Death Star. I don't know. Like, I've seen the game. The game looks alright, but this box art, ugh. I don't know what they were thinking with that box art. Alright. Next up, I've actually got another game from the third store, Home Tech, which I've mentioned in the past. We have, for $10, a game I'm pretty sure I don't have, but have been looking for. It is Batman, the video game, rather, by Sunsoft for the Sega Genesis. Got that for $10, that's from Home Tech. I'm pretty sure this was just an upgraded port of the original NES Batman game. And that's alright with me, because that was a great game. So now I've got the Genesis version. I haven't hooked up my Genesis in months, but I've been thinking about doing that. So if anyone wants to see me play any Genesis games, by all means let me know in the comments. And that's everything I got from Victoria. Of course, this came from Japan, but you know. So next we're moving on to the stuff I just picked up this weekend for Fan Expo Vancouver weekend. I have next from their EB Games at Metrotown for a whole $2.69. I picked up Broken Sword: Shadow of the Templars by Ubisoft. It's the director's cut. Ooh. This is one of those point-and-click adventure games that got ported to the DS for whatever reason. Yeah, I think I've got one of these for the Game Boy Advance or something. But now I got one for the DS as well. I mean, right, for $3, why not, right? This I haven't even taken. Sometimes they'll put the sticker on here, so it's like sealed. So if you want to return it, they usually want the sticker on. I doubt I'll be returning a $3 game. But from what I recall, everything was in pretty good shape in there. Game and instructions and all that, of course. And so we were there Saturday morning for Fan Expo Vancouver. Co-host Brennan was there with me, and he had pre-purchased his ticket off their site, and I didn't. I was going to, but then the day I went to buy the tickets, they actually sold out of the 2-day passes, which was kind of lame, so I had to buy the ticket just as a walk-in person, which would have been fine because we got there before 10 o'clock, and you would think we'd get in there pretty quick, but no. I stood outside. It wasn't a bad day, but it was super windy and chilly wind because it took place at Canada Place. And yeah, after waiting outside in the cold wind for over 2 hours, I decided to leave and come back. And so I'm actually met up with Brendan. He looked around. He got in sooner because he had the pre-purchased ticket. And he looked around for a bit. Then I met him out in downtown Vancouver, and then we went to the Vancouver Flea Market. Only thing I found that really interested me were these two Game Boy games there at the Vancouver Flea Market. I got for $5, pretty good deal, Disney's DuckTales by Capcom. And this I just threw in because I got this one for $5, which is a pretty good deal. I got Star Trek: The Next Generation, and that was also $5. Vancouver Flea Market's a very cool place to check out if you're into collecting retro games, as obviously I am. We really didn't see a lot there this time, though. I was kind of disappointed in that. Oh well, you never know, right? That's kind of half the fun of being a retro game hunter, I guess. Alright, so I've got 6 items left. These are all things I picked up at Fan Expo Vancouver. I actually didn't buy a whole lot there. I was surprised at myself. I guess when you get older, you just start to wonder why I'm buying half this crap, and you just figured, hey, if I just save my money, you know, it's like maybe I'm better off. So I only bought a few things, and there were 3 pop vinyl figures and 3 Super Nintendo games, which of course, that's where this t-shirt came from. First pop vinyl toy I got is the Cheshire Cat Pop Disney 35 Cheshire Cat vinyl figure. I love me some Cheshire Cat. This figure I have not been able to find in Victoria anywhere, so it was definitely great to be able to find it at Fan Expo Vancouver. Now, a while ago I did a bunch of pop vinyl unboxing videos, so if anyone still wants to see those, let me know and I can certainly crack this open on camera and give you my quick thoughts and opinions on it. I love his little crazy face there. Pretty cool. Now this one, arguably the one I've been looking for the most, and I found it at Fan Expo Vancouver. It's MAHNA MANHA. In fact, I almost guarantee you that I have now just added the MAHNA MANHA song into the background of this video after my little editing. So enjoy that. You'll be hearing it for most likely the rest of this video. This is from, of course, the MAHNA MANHA song that they did on the Muppet Show. This is Pop Vinyl, The Muppets, number 7. And this is the guy that sings, he sings a little crazy background funky gibberish to the song. That's good stuff. Phenomena. Actually, these are the things that sing the main chorus, and I didn't see them there, so I guess I'll have to find those guys next. Good stuff. And third vinyl figure I got from Fan Expo is Codename Pop Movies Rocket 20. I like he's got little boxing gloves on and all that. Codename 20. Get your Rocky, your Apollo, your Clubber, and your Ivan. These I all got for $10 each, by the way, which is pretty decent price, I suppose. I think in Victoria these sell for like $12, unless they're just taking up space in whatever store, and then they go on sale for pretty cheap. But these are about the average price, $10 each for these. Alrighty, 3 items left. Like I said at the start, these are the 3 games I picked up to get the free t-shirt. And first game, Inspector Gadget by Hudson Soft. For the Super Nintendo. This is a pretty good game, actually. I was just playing a little bit of it last night. Yeah, Gadget is a good size on screen. He moves at a good pace. You get assorted items to use in the game. It is a side-scrolling game. And one thing I always really liked about this is that the last boss was obviously Dr. Claw. You see his face, which is kind of a big thing. This came after the toys for Inspector Gadget came out, and you could buy the Dr. Claw toy, and it was his whole, like the whole action figure, but they just covered off his face. So it's like, buy our toy and see what Dr. Claw looks like, which is pretty cool. Spoiler alert, he looks like an old guy with like sort of Einstein hair. That's cool. I think he had like a goatee and all that. And so you'll see that in this game if you get to the last boss. Next up, a game not as good, but it's not bad either. It's Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. 5 magical puzzles full of family fun. This isn't as good as like the Magical Adventure series, but it's not bad. Like it says, it's just a bunch of like puzzles, mini games, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's made by High Tech Expressions, is that what that says there? Yeah. It's okay game. I wouldn't really recommend it, but you know, if you want to add to your collection, as I did, might as well, right? It's not horrible. It's certainly playable. And the last item I have to show today is Super Adventure Island by Hudson Soft again. So that's 2 Hudson Soft games. I was playing this as actually I played all 3 of these last night just to test them out. I was kind of surprised at how much they took away from Adventure Island 2 and 3. Like there's as far as I could see, there was no dinosaurs to ride on in this one. You do get things like the boomerang, the hammer that you throw and all that typical stuff, and the skateboard, but I didn't see any dragons or anything like that. Which is kind of surprising considering this is what's like Adventure Island 4. Kind of felt like Adventure Island 1.5 to me. That's not to say it's a bad game, though. I had fun. I learned that if you push down when you jump, you do a super jump, so that's good to know. And you only get one hit in this game, which is kind of surprising. But that's alright. That's just fine with me. Who doesn't enjoy a challenge? Alright, guys. Well, that about does it for episode 21 of Gamer Hall. As I mentioned, I've got... I don't know if I'm going to make it all into one video, maybe 2 or 3 videos, but I've got... several minutes of Fan Expo Vancouver footage to upload to my channel here, so definitely stay tuned for that. It'll be a lot of fun. You can trust me on that one. And yeah, that about does it for all of this stuff. Hopefully I'll be getting some of those other eBay items I purchased in real quick, and I can add those to episode 22. But until that time, yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. Have a good day.